I never imagined my quiet suburban street would turn into a battlefield at midnight. I was halfway through brewing chamomile tea for my wife, Lena, when the sound hit me, a rapid, forceful pounding on our front door. It rattled violently, then splintered under 3 heavy kicks. If you've ever heard tactical boots thundering on a porch at 2 a.m., you know it's either nightmare or the start of one. Before I could react, 3 figures in matte black vests and mirror goggles stormed in. Their patches claimed HOA enforcement unit, but their movements were anything but polite. Predatory, sharp, calculated. The tallest one lunged first, voice clipped and commanding. "Marcus Lena, you're under temporary protective custody. Mrs. Lena, please come with us." His partner closed in, hands darting toward Lena's blouse. The knife-like sneer on his face left no room for doubt. This wasn't about community standards. I dropped my mug and lunged, adrenaline firing through me, but they were relentless. 2 of them shoved me back like I was nothing, one pinning me against the wall while the other dragged Lena toward the living room. Her eyes locked onto mine, calm but unyielding, and I realized I had second to act, or lose everything. The youngest intruder smirked, reaching for Lena's blouse, whispering, "We just need to make sure she's safe." My fists clenched in frustration, powerless. And then Lena spoke, her voice slicing through the chaos. "That's enough." She moved with a precision that left my heart in my throat. Fluid, exact, ice in her gaze. She delivered a sharp palm heel strike that folded the tallest man in half, then spun into a sweeping low kick that sent the second crashing to the floor. I caught a glimpse of a badge gleaming under the hallway light. Federal Bureau of Investigation. Time froze. The fake enforcers froze, confusion and terror spreading across their faces. I scrambled to my feet as Lena squared her shoulders, her every move radiating authority and lethal skill. The ringleader gasped, clutching his throat where her strike had landed. His partner scrambled to grab a cheap stunt knife, but Lena anticipated it. She sidestepped, seized his wrist, twisted it, and the knife clattered harmlessly to the floor. In one smooth motion, she cuffed him with plastic restraints ripped from their own vests. The third intruder reached for a radio, probably to call backup, but Lena didn't hesitate. A swift kick to the knee, a face-first slam into the console, and he slumped, arms dangling, defeated. She moved like a storm, low kick to the shins, precise palm strike to the jaw, and a forearm press pinning his face to the floor. "FBI," she said, calm and unwavering. "You are all under arrest for attempted sexual assault, home invasion, and impersonation of law enforcement." I rifled through their gear, fake HOA badges, burner phones packed with surveillance footage of our street, stacks of court look-alike subpoenas with dozens of neighbors' names scrawled in red ink. Phase 2, compliance removal. The annotations read, "This was more than intimidation. It was predation, masquerading as neighborhood governance." Lena radioed in for backup on a secure line. Within minutes, real FBI and local SWAT teams surrounded the house. Neighbors peeked from windows, mouths agape, as I watched Lena secure the evidence, shredding patches, bagging phones, cataloging files with surgical precision. When the genuine agent swept in, Lena handed off the trio for processing. The lead agent, a tall woman I recognized from Lena's team, gave me a nod. "You both did well." I sank against the staircase rail, adrenaline draining into exhaustion. Neighbors trickled onto the lawn, shaken, grateful. One elderly couple handed us bottled water, another offered blankets. The word hero hung awkwardly in the air. Lena slipped her hand into mine, brushing sweat and dust from her brow. Her badge caught the streetlight's glow, and I felt a mix of pride and relief that defies words. By dawn, our street was a federal crime scene. Evidence markers dotted the lawn, forensic vans idled at the curb. Lena led a debrief with the anti-corruption task force while I sipped lukewarm coffee on the sidelines, replaying every precise strike, every calculated movement she had executed against our attackers. Later that afternoon, the HOA president, Marjorie Delaney, arrived in handcuffs, flanked by agents. Pearls intact, composure crumbling, she faced the consequences of a predatory fantasy. Conspiracy to facilitate sexual assault, racketeering, impersonation. Her empire dismantled before the neighbors she had terrorized. The media arrived, cameras rolling, as Lena addressed the press. No one should fear the very rules meant to protect their community. Authority must be accountable, she said, steady and firm. Families clutched framed copies of subpoenas that the intruders had wielded like weapons. This wasn't just our story. It was every home they'd harassed under fake authority. That evening, I found Lane on our porch swing, twilight painting her silhouette. I joined her, pulling her close, and felt the tension drain from her shoulders. Streetlights flickered on, neighbors waving from their driveways. A sense of peace, tentative but real, settled over our block. If anyone ever knocks on your door claiming HOA authority, especially at an hour like that, remember, true power wears a real badge. And when darkness strikes, the sharpest offense might just be the one you never saw coming. Thank you for watching Classic Stories. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more stories that remind us how powerful compassion truly is.